great ability is to exercise my curiosity. I love to talk to scientists.
Most of the world doesn't see science as a story, right? Most of the world sees science as this collection of facts that they were forced to learn at some point in school and then spit it back on an exam, and they were all too happy to leave it behind after.
Hey, listen, man, can you fix the blender? I mean, you're the engineer. Yeah, I can fix the blender. Here's what you do. Hold the plug in the wall firmly. And then just hold the blender motor under some cold running water. Now, see, that's funny if you're scientifically literate.
So right now, if you're a scientist or a researcher, the only way, basically the main way that you have for communicating what you do to the public, basically is this following things have to happen. First of all, you have to write a long and esoteric journal paper, and then your university maybe will issue out a press release about it. And then maybe some reporter somewhere will actually catch this press release, and maybe they'll get interested about it, and maybe they'll talk to their editor about it, and then maybe they'll write a good story about it, and maybe they'll do a good job of it, and then maybe they'll actually get published somewhere. But it won't actually sort of reach the public, really, unless the media, general media picks it up, or the internet picks it up, and then maybe it'll actually reach the public, and then maybe somebody will actually read it and understand it. Yeah, so that seems a little bit suboptimal to me.
We can have everyday humans drawing evidence-based conclusions that connects them more closely with reality.
There is no animal in the animal kingdom that has wreaked the kind of havoc that we have.
Unless we take care of the ocean, nothing else really matters.
We got to get especially young people interested in science, because by the time they hit school, it is literally crushed out of them.
But of course, what could be more human than science, right? Science is about asking questions and observing, exploring the world to try to find the answers. And that's
if the public does not embrace science, then not only does science go out of business, so does the public. So does your country.
And as a science communicator traveling across the world, I have seen firsthand the value of science communication, of that light bulb moment.
I just asked them questions, and eventually I understood that the more naive the questions were, the more I started at the bottom. What do you do? How do you do it? Well, what does that mean? I don't understand that phrase. And I would keep after them until they made it clear to me personally, what they were saying.
A lot of people out there who think our job is to promote science. And while in a sense it is, I think that a science journalist can do a lot more. There's a lot more potential in the job. So much of our world is so complex, and there's so many things where science comes into it, that really there's a lot of work to be done out there, just explaining very complex topics.
Think about some examples of science communication wins. Albert Einstein, who discovered the world's most famous equation and who campaigned relentlessly to educate the public about atomic weapons. Richard Dawkins, who developed the gene-centered view of evolution and coined the term meme. Zoologist Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, who discovered a new species of turtle and raised awareness of the importance of environmental conservation.
And this amazing thing happened on their end. They came out. The real them came out. They weren't lecturing me. They were really connecting with me and trying to get me to understand this. And these conversational modes brought out not only their own personality, but brought out the science through their personality. So
not all research is groundbreaking, but all research has a story behind it. Science communication is no joke, people. Whether you're doing it like this, or like this, or like this, just make sure that you're doing it.
For me, there are three components to a good science story. One is the purely sort of intellectual excitement or leap that you get from a certain piece of research. The second one is the implications. How is this going to change our lives? What new piece of technology might it lead to? And the third one is the human angle. Has there been a sort of reclusive mathematician locked away for years in his attic for this piece of research? Or is there a sort of a baby whose life has been saved, or are there two feuding teams kind of racing for a certain prize?
How about we empower people with critical and creative thinking. How about we ignite curiosity?
And this passion, this drive to know our place in the universe is what makes us special. It's what makes our species worthy. And with this PB&J, this passion, beauty, and joy, we can, dare I say it, change the world!